camera is there, remember, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Okay, we're back for another episode with the Furious Finishes. For the first time in a long time, the three of us are complete.
Time in a
Yeah.
The trio is complete.
Feels good.
Feels good.
How have you been, Buzzer?
Yeah, Buzzer.
Hey, I've been alright, man.
Guys,
I've been
Buzzer.
good.
We've been expensive.
Can we say the big news, or are we keeping it on the DL for now?
Nah. First, the fans gonna have to wait for that one.
All right. Well, there's big news coming.
There's big news are going. Like Steph Curry said, man, put it on the finger. That's what I'm gonna say. As my man Steph Curry said, that's that championship.
Should be careful quoting such things. It could be patented, huh?
You just never know. I mean, people get sued for the dumbest things.
I was just gonna say it involves cutlery, but this guy went the all other way.
But also, Steph actually just signed a $1 billion deal with Under Armour.
Wow, nice.
So
I know
it's a
I'm gonna
thing,
have
yeah.
got money to burn. You know,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
also sponsors for Liverpool. Huh?
Do you know
Serious?
Yeah.
Do you know what happened though with the Under Armour situation? So
I just know
Nike-
Dwayne Johnson was the
Yeah. So
the
Dwayne,
main dude.
Yes.
yeah, Dwayne's got the Bluetooth sneakers.
Yeah.
But what had happened with Under Armour was Steph Curry was initially actually supposed to go to Nike,
Oh yes.
and then they fumbled.
Mm-hmm.
No. Nike just fumbled it by themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they usually
offered,
do.
They offered too little.
They offered too little,
Yeah.
but they also just weren't interested. Like at the meeting, the guy didn't even bother changing the PowerPoint presentation and putting Steph's name. There was some other player's name there.
Well, there's a lot I could say about Nike, from just the way they make their sneakers abroad in a country in Asia, which I won't mention. So anyway,
Hey,
let's
sometimes
look at
you just gotta do it, man.
Just do it.
let's look at it, the topics that we'll be looking at today on the show. So today we'll first start off with disappointing news from last night's game, a friendly that was supposed to give the local boys, including the nation, a little boost by getting a win against Mali, which
was a
did not
friendly.
happen. It was a friendly, but it was
Friendly's kind.
And ZNBC was being unfriendly by not broadcasting.
exactly.
That was not friendly.
So
The
a
national
lot of us,
broadcaster.
a lot of us missed it, but we watched the highlights. Just really the goal highlight. And to be really honest, I think the defense was really cut up
he
very
cut it
easy.
like butter. He cut
Like
through it
a-
like butter.
yeah.
That was terrible.
Man, that
Now
looked
it's
like
like-
a 3-year-old was defending that goal.
There was a goal. Keeper.
Like I said, looked like a 3-year-old was defending that goal.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
true.
bad. It was bad.
But anyway,
But, I mean, the squabbles come about because the coach, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest news.
so the news is that
Come on, this guy has boycotted us.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, facts.
so in case some people don't know, Aljosa Asanovic, the Zambian coach, has boycotted the team, saying he's not going to be part and parcel of the squad, and wasn't until his $41,000
yeah.
in arrears has been settled. Fars have taken a step back to say he was absent for about, was it 36 weeks?
Hold up.
Something like that. Yeah, he didn't show up.
We
for
just
any-
verify that.
He didn't show up for some of the important
facts.
trainings and the like. So that's why they were like, we're not going to pay you.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some tension from both sides of the camp.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's the players and us who suffer. The football lovers.
Well,
I
Yeah.
almost wore my Chipolo Polo shirt today, but when I figured out that we lost.
Oh,
the
38
friendly-
days, not 38. 38 days.
I was about black 36.
Yeah, I know, that's a long time.
more than a
Years, yo.
It's more than a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
So FAR's president Andrew Kamanga says the association does not owe Asanovic anything because he has not reported for duty for 6 weeks after the league season commenced. However, the Croatian coach says him and his lawyer
Stuff. Oh.
are saying that's not true. So the standoff still goes
So
on.
he said, she said. situation.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Oh, he said,
I
he said.
really don't
He
know
said,
how
he
they'll
said.
resolve
He
this.
said.
But
Okay.
I have a feeling that he's going to terminate his contract because I don't see Faz really going to pay.
It's
Remember
either
that?
him or them that's
Yeah,
gonna
the
terminate.
similar thing happened back with Hevrena. There was a time also he was owed money for quite a long time,
But
and
Hev held it down, though.
But
man.
he continued.
We won.
He was paid as well. at some
he
point.
eventually was paid after his contract expired.
No, so
But
balance me. Where does the money go? Because there's get takings, obviously. There's merchandise.
You really want me to
being
answer
sold.
that question?
Well,
we could think of a few places where the money goes.
That band looked mighty nice at East Park, man.
Let us know where you guys
band.
think the money goes, because there's money that is invested.
Where is the money?
Yeah, the money for the coach, money for the players, money for just the motivation, the incentives for the players to perform well.
That new Benz
for the
like
logistics.
2022 new Benz.
Yeah, exactly. But somehow the money never really goes to its destination.
No,
it just gets lost somewhere in thin air.
Yeah, well, it's a tough situation because what happens, unfortunately, in the FAZ is that it's all political, right? It's not an independent party on its own. So unfortunately, there's a lot of political influence that disturbs and disrupts.
It's in sport.
Yes, in sports. Yes, yes.
Because most of the associations you talk to, like, no, but we're trying to do what we need to do, but the invisible hand, as we called it in economics. So the invisible hand is always interrupting, and it's things like the drafts team went and won medals and trophies, and we're very good at drafts.
Yeah.
I was actually watching the news at some point this week, just speaking about. And the associations do what they need to do. They prepare the players, and they usually go and ask for help, which they don't get until they come back with medals and trophies. Then suddenly now there's like, wait.
We need to help.
There's even fundraising going on.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
Like Mao's Sampa managed to raise 40,000 kwacha for the guy who won in the
runner.
The runner. What's his name again?
I forgot his name because he refused to come on our show.
Yeah, he refused to come on our show.
I'm throwing shade at you, man.
Yeah, man. He refused to come on our show.
Oh, that's cool.
No, but true story. No. But that's unsportsmanlike of him.
Exactly.
Because you're supposed to talk to people, but you're out there collecting checks. I'm not about people getting their money. I'm about people getting their money.
We'll go back to the story.
Yes.
The story of that.
Still welcome, though. You're still welcome.
Look, he won the race in the most amazing fashion as possible.
That's
but what I'm trying to say is they were not going to start contributing all those kinds of monies. And this is just from fundraising that they raised that 40,000 kwacha.
Now, my question
But there was also the government that decided also to throw in something for him as a reward.
Banks were throwing money
afterwards.
Yeah. And this is all because the guy did something absolutely phenomenal and put Zambia on the map again.
But why aren't we supporting the athletes? Why aren't we supporting the sports people prior to them bringing the gold home?
Yeah.
It's just logical. Don't you think we'll bring more gold home?
Yes.
If we're supporting the athletes.
100%, of course. That's just.
I know there's been talk about we're now not just focusing on football, we're focusing on other sports. But I think that's really been as a result of the athletes delivering results in various disciplines.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to football.
Yes.
What is exciting is that there's one team in particular, Zanaco, that is causing quite some waves with the coach that they've hired.
Yep, that's the former assistant coach for Super Eagles.
Yes,
he is now the new coach for he's actually the head coach now of Zanaco, and let's see how he's going to fare. How do you think he's going to perform there?
He was. Let me just say, he was one of the players of the Nigerian team that was really good in 1994.
Yeah. Yep.
They basically made it to the World Cup. They had all that.
They actually won the Olympic gold medal.
Exactly.
I remember that Olympic gold winning. We had the likes of J.J. Okocha, Noah Kanu, Terry West.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good team, and that was Zambia's Achilles heel, a nemesis at that time in the game. Yeah.
Babangida. Remember Babangida?
Babayaro.
That was dope.
Yeah, he also led the Nigeria under-17 Golden Eaglets to win the 2015 FIFA World Cup in Chile.
Yes.
So he's got some good credentials, but it's not always about what you've done before. It's about what you can do with a team that is struggling, that got their current coach fired.
Well, let's not forget that what he did with the Tanzanian national team. He managed to end their drought and get them to play in the tournaments. That was pretty good.
After 39 years,
with 39 years.
Okay, so there's a conversation to be had around the local league. First of all, the pedigree of the league has gone up.
Yeah.
We can see international coaches and players coming to play.
There's more money being pumped in.
Which goes back to the initial conversation we're having. We're like, if money is being put in the league and it's at that level, why is it at national level we're having?
I'll give you my 2 cents, and also I'd like to hear from you, the viewer, what your 2 cents is on this. But
put the comments down.
Yeah, exactly. But what I think is, my take on it is this: as Zambians, we don't really support our local league as much as we support, let's say, the English Premier League. Right?
Fair enough.
It's the English Premier League first, and then the Zambian league is like, like if there's nothing else to watch, I'll watch that. Yeah. And that's the mentality and attitude that we need to change as well, because our league is actually pretty exciting.
And
we're number 5 in Africa in terms of league performance. Yeah. So we're number 5. That is pretty high up there.
Yeah, being top 5, because in any league when you're top 5 in any situation, you're doing good.
And unfortunately, we can't mention any, like TV channels because of sponsorships yet. But you can actually now catch most of the games live every weekend.
On the World of Champions.
Yeah, on the World of Champions. Yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it hanging. So you can actually watch the games, and then you can actually see how they're performing, and even start getting familiar with some of the key players and stuff.
Apparently, it's called the biggest stadium in the world. World of Champions, because you can pretty much watch any league.
Yeah. So anyway, we will not dwell on that one way too much. But speaking of local, our very own Francesco Mwepu has now been signed up by Cadiz.
Yeah, Cadiz.
So now the question is though, Francesco Mwepu, any relationship with Enoch Mwepu?
Yeah, they're brothers. They are brothers.
It's the brothers.
He's the younger brother, actually, of Enoch.
Who's better?
Do they play? Yeah, exactly. I was gonna ask that. Who's better?
Who's a better player?
I can't say that I would know that, because I haven't paid much attention to him. This is the first time that the guy has gotten onto my radar. Since he joined the Italian league. He was the first Zambian to join the Italian league.
Yeah, the Cadiz.
The Cadiz. So, but I for now I'd still stick to Enoch being the better player. Anyway, what do you think? Tell us.
You know what always happens is there's the older brothers whose success eclipses the younger, but in some instances the younger is actually a better player.
Huh.
Okay, so he's a player that we need to start watching right about now. He's going to be playing for Cadiz, so obviously meaning that we need to turn our attention to them. Is it Italian Serie A?
Italian
Serie A?
The Serie A.
Yeah, let's hope he can also move mountains like the way Fashion Sakala was doing at Rangers, the way Enoch Mwepu is doing at Brighton,
Hove Albion.
And unfortunately, Patson Daka not doing so well at Leicester City.
Hey, come on, man.
No, seriously, dude.
Okay. It is what it is.
It's true,
they started really well, but where they are right now is raising a lot of red flags.
Enoch has been quite consistent.
No, yeah.
So the one who's not is Brendan Rodgers?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I would say
put everything on the coach.
Enoch has been doing okay, man.
No, okay.
I think it's just an unfortunate state of events that have.
Because he hasn't been playing a lot as well. He hasn't been getting a lot of game time, and which is very, very sad. The team is still bottom. They still have only 1 point after now 7 matches. This is scary statistics, and they just recently lost last weekend before the international break 4-1.
It's not very bright.
It is not very bright.
You have a point. Sorry, I'm on a roll today.
Nice.
Dad jokes are in.
You're on a roll. You should stand up.
For real, man. We should have a stand up episode.
Yeah. So let us know, guys, where you think the problem is. Do you think maybe he needs to make a move, maybe to another team, a better team?
Who, this Enoch or
Patson Daka. We're talking about Patson Daka, Leicester City.
Okay, so here's how the league work. I mean, similar to the money situation. When you're not getting your money or your value, let's look at value, you're eventually gonna move on.
Yeah,
I think Patson also somewhat underestimated the Premier League.
It's a very tough league.
It's very different from where he came from.
It's a tough league.
He came from what, Austria?
Yeah.
So I would have preferred if he had gone from the Austrian league to the German Bundesliga, and then from the Bundesliga then decide whether Premier League or Spanish league or whatever.
Speaking of Bundesliga, this wasn't really on our agenda, but I'm just going to throw it in as a by the way. Sadio Mane is under serious negative attack by the Bayern Munich fans, saying, you know what, he's a flop already. because of the shoes that he was meant to fill for the one Lewandowski.
Okay, let's be fair here. You know, I get it. Fans get a bit crazy when they start looking and comparing to past glories. But how long was Lewandowski at Bayern?
Oh, well, quite a long.
Let's talk about the time frame also. You know, it's good to be fair and look at it from a critical perspective and say, look, he hasn't even finished the season.
It's not even half a season.
It's not even half a season.
Yeah. No, let him settle down, settle in, and we
It's
can
also
judge.
a very different system.
Yeah.
He's playing under a very different system.
True.
So it's very unfair to then just say, you know what, we're going to axe him, or we're going to be booing him, or whatever it is that the fans do. And I get it. Bayern Munich is a very successful club. They've had a lot of success in as far as winning tournaments.
And they're so used to that. But they finally find themselves on fourth on the table, on the Bundesliga table, which they're not used to. They dominate the league so easily. It's literally a one-horse race league.
It's the Bayern League.
It's the Bayern League. But this is the first time, and now, because they're always looking for someone to blame, Sadio Mane is the scapegoat at the moment, which is very, very sad. They are saying all sorts of things like, no, his pressing style does not fit the Bayern way. He's not as prolific as he was at Liverpool or as Lewandowski was for Bayern. What makes it worse for Sadio Mane is that Lewandowski is all guns blazing at Barcelona.
Okay, but again, it's a style of play.
No, look, Lewandowski has managed to settle in a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But I think Sadio Mane just needs to find his feet, like we said.
Rhythm, yeah.
Also, the position that he's playing, he's not a natural number 9.
No.
He's a left winger. So they're forcing him to play the number 9, which even at Liverpool, when he did try it, he was not as prolific or
and
as convincing as say Firmino was.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot of those. And now there's rumors coming out that he's unhappy, and who knows? Maybe he might come back to Liverpool.
There was some story. There was some buzz about that he will come back to Liverpool.
We wouldn't mind. We would welcome him with open hands.
With open arms.
Okay, but anyway, we can talk about that for hours. But we need to move on. So. Let's now talk about, first of all, I know, because we got plenty of stuff to talk about, but let's now talk about Austin Chingozi Iheanacho. He's joined Zanaco as well from the Sudanese league as a free agent. Any relationship with Kelechi Iheanacho from Leicester? He used to be with Leicester, right?
Is
he still?
Still with Leicester. No connection at all. There's no relation. No. It's like.
Yeah, I also had to ignore my wife. She was calling me.
It's like.
It's Big Sean.
It's Big Sean.
Jim. He's the original gym man
in Rhodes Park.
In Rhodes Park.
Yeah, so a little advertisement for Big Sean, man.
Now Sean, good people, man. Any day, man. He's good.
Back to the story.
There's
no relation at all. It's like Dhaka. It's a common name. Or Banda, whatever.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But we should definitely have Sean one day.
Okay, but you wanted to say a few things about that guy, though.
Yeah, go in.
Did you?
No, I did not.
No. Oh, okay. I thought that's why you brought it up.
Pretty much covered it. I mean, the exciting thing is that it's a Nigerian player that's coming to the Zambian.
Yes, of course, absolutely. And let's hope he is as good as Kelechi, because Kelechi at one time, dude, was the go-to guy. He was a serious finisher.
Yeah,
prolific.
He put some goals
before he joined Leicester City. Was he with Arsenal? Which team was he with again? I can't even remember. Was it Man City? You know what? I need to look that up. It's been quite a while. I've actually forgotten, eh?
Man City.
Kelechi Iheanacho before he joined Leicester City.
Iheanacho.
Look it up. In the meantime, let's talk.
Okay. So
yes, he was with Manchester City from 2014 to 2015.
Yeah, but no, he's a good.
Yeah.
So he might leave Leicester.
He was with City.
He might leave Leicester.
Wasn't very good at City though. He was much better.
At the rate he's playing and at the cylinders he's firing, he might move.
Yeah. So let's
it's
hope
only a matter
this
of time.
this Iheanacho who's joined Zanaco can actually also pay dividends and become a superstar in the Super League.
Can he now?
Yeah. So anyway, but let's move on, guys. Because of time, we need to keep
going.
keep things going. So next on our agenda, we wanted to talk about the UEFA Euros, which to me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been saying this even on the sports show, on the breakfast show in the
Right.
mornings. I don't like this league.
It's underwhelming.
What's wrong? I like it. It's good that It's good that there's no such thing as a friendly anymore.
How are we for 1 year playing the group stages?
Well, look, it's about they've replaced the friendlies, bro. So it's now there's no such thing as playing just to play. You're playing if you mess up, you lose something. Like what happened to the United Kingdom, by the way. Sorry, all you UK supporters.
They were out. They were knocked out.
Ooh,
of the
they've been
competition.
relegated, brother.
Wow.
Sure,
Okay.
that's painful. You guys
That-
always keep saying it's coming home. It's
Have any-
not going to come
could
home.
it have
anytime
anything
soon.
to do with the Queen?
Nah. Oh wow.
Maybe their spirits are a bit low when they were playing.
They got a king now. They're gonna play for the king.
I know why he likes the Euro though, but we're gonna talk about that now.
No. Look, the point
Yeah,
is,
because
don't-
Netherlands are playing, and they did really well. By the way, they
right,
played
right.
really well, dude. That was some
That's-
serious tiki-taka
that's-
football.
that's besides the point. But I take that as a compliment.
Netherlands. We
Get
made
him outta here.
predictions
Get
last
him,
week,
Get him out of here. Get him out
and you did predict a win. I also said you'd win.
Yes.
You remember I said that.
Yes.
I got a couple of predictions last week wrong, but the Netherlands one, I think I got it right because isn't that where Kevin De Bruyne plays?
No, that's
No,
Belgium.
That's Belgium, man.
Belgium.
He's the Bruyne.
You'd mean what's his name?
Memphis
Virgil.
Depay,
Memphis
Virgil.
Depay.
who got injured,
Yeah.
Yes.
and
Virgil
then
also plays
and then
Steven Bergwijn.
yes,
Van Dijk plays for the Netherlands.
Virgil van Dijk,
Virgil plays for. Yeah,
Virgil.
he's in the back in the Netherlands
Yeah,
too. There's
yeah.
Blind.
who
Dave
missed a
Blind.
sitter
Yeah.
as usual. Since his Manchester United days, Blind has just become a shadow of his old self.
Blind is just how do I put it? He's sturdy in the sense that he brings a lot of expertise.
Yeah.
But he's a bit of an unlucky player, much like his dad. I think him and his there's like a family curse that rests on their shoulders. No, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. So anyway, Poland did have a couple of chances. They could have actually got an equalizer. They lost they missed some really
Very-
good chances in that
yeah.
game.
Pasveer was also quite lucky in the goal. I must say.
Yes. There was one shot that went straight at his face, and then went over the goalpost because that.
And
Anyway,
Lewandowski,
but I
as
think
much as he's on fire for Barcelona, he was blundering against Holland. My God.
yes,
It was disturbing.
yes.
It's like we used voodoo or something, which we never did.
Exactly.
We never did. But
Imagine you'd think at 2-0 Lewandowski was not playing in that game, but he was there, dude.
he was playing his heart out, but he was just fumbling whenever he got in front of the goal.
Which is one of the reasons why I said Poland were no pushovers going to
But-
this game. It was a hard one to call, but you were very confident, and the result
I'll
shows
tell you-
a very a confident
I don't know
performance.
what's happening with Pogba.
The results were a bit.
Okay, no, go on.
The results were a bit construed because the first 45, no, let me even say the first 60 minutes, Poland was actually a lot more busy with the ball and in front of the goal.
Yeah.
We just finished better, and it was only after the second goal that the Netherlands really started showing their
Yeah,
class.
yeah. That's true.
What,
It
the
was
Netherlands ever
a
blazing like Sean Paul.
it was a game of two halves, to be really honest.
Yes.
So the second half went to Netherlands, and of
Netherlands.
course the scoreline also went to Netherlands.
But that's what they say in football, man. If you don't take the chances when it's your time, and if you don't score the goals when it's your time, like when it's your half, it comes to haunt you in the next half.
That sort of is a segue back to a conversation from last week where, Haaland can maybe touch the ball 3 times in the game and score at least once.
Yes, and he even said that. He's like he was interviewed after that match against Dortmund.
Yes.
Where they tried to silence him because Dortmund know him very well because he's played there his
absolutely.
entire career before he joined City.
Yeah.
And he actually said, I don't care what everybody can say. You can say, he doesn't touch the ball enough in the game or in the 19 area, but as long as he'll touch it once or twice, he'll make sure
And
he
score.
scores once or twice.
If he hits it once,
And
if
that's
he
all
hits
that
it
matters
twice,
to him. He's a machine.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He's already scored 11 goals in 7-8 matches in the Premier League. He's already broken that record.
It's disturbing. He's already surpassed his dad's goals.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Anyway.
that's true.
By the way, Zlatan has endorsed Haaland, by the way. Zlatan is like, I like how he plays, I like how he talks. He's a beast. Only thing he says, the only difference between myself and Haaland is that I'm a beast all over the pitch and Haaland is only a beast in the box.
True.
Okay.
You were saying?
No,
You want to talk about Pogba and the voodoo stuff?
no,
Go ahead.
all I was saying is France won 2-0. Has anyone heard about Pogba? What's going on in his life?
Yeah, the voodoo stuff. Or the blackmail. Man, this guy, I don't know if it's true or not true. Why is it always us?
It's
African.
Is it an African thing?
Wow.
Yes.
And you know, Senegal have become synonymous with that. Like it's normal.
The land of
It's,
Tiranga.
it's terrible.
Okay, but
These guys are worse than, I mean, Malawi has a better name than them right now.
True. Right now.
Right now.
whilst we're still in the Premier League, let's talk about the title, man.
Yes,
Because
yes.
if we're going to say,
Contenders,
if we're going to
contenders.
say,
Let's
if we're
turn
going to say,
our attention to Arsenal
If we're
being
going to-
top of the league the
Arsenal,
entire
no.
season, except for that one weekend when Man City did tip them and then they were back on top.
Manchester United, you mean?
Man City.
Well, we lost against. Anyway.
It's Man
Okay,
City.
so
Manchester
look at
United. Manchester what?
Okay,
Sorry, Man U fans.
let's look at it this way, right? If we're saying Haaland's been producing goals, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal is still at the top. So
By 1 point though.
by
By
one,
one
point,
point, yeah.
points still a point.
And
We
who are
lost the
behind
league
them?
last
City and Tottenham Hotspurs.
Right.
By 1 point.
Do we see a situation where, because of Haaland, that Arsenal actually get kicked off the top,
Let
or
me-
they're going the old
Yes.
forward?
Let me tell you this.
All right, let's hear it.
Let me tell you this. There's two players that are very important
throw
for
it
Manchester
back to Man
City.
City.
There's two players.
Jesus,
There's De Bruyne
Bruyne.
and then there's Haaland.
Haaland.
If any of those two gets injured, it's game over.
It's true.
Okay, so
well,
is
not
Haaland going to World
game
Cup?
over per se, but it will be a serious blow for them.
to the gameplay. Is
What do you
Haaland
think?
going to
Do
World
you agree
Cup?
with my statement or?
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Is Haaland going to the World Cup? Has his team qualified?
No,
for
Norway
World
has
Cup?
not qualified as
No.
far as I
Okay.
know.
Fortunately.
Is De Bruyne going
For
to
him.
World Cup?
Yeah, they might.
De Bruyne,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
No, they
yeah,
played.
yeah.
They
Okay.
won 2-1.
So here's a scenario now. Here's a scenario of what happens. As things are now, if the Premier League goes on break, right? There's a possibility that either players are going to get cold or they're going to stay hot.
True.
Because it's the first time it's happened.
Which is another reason why I hate the UEFA Nations League.
You cannot blame the UEFA Nations League on this. Who
It's a World
decided
Cup.
to have the World Cup
in car.
towards the end of the year?
Exactly.
World
Once
Cup in
again,
the
why would you
desert.
have this league when you have the World Cup in the same year?
Because they're trying to play catch up. It's about the money, brother.
I know it's about the money. And that is why this is not fair on especially the players.
On the players, that's true. I get you.
For
I
us
hear you.
fans, we can watch, but we're watching with fear, gritting our teeth, and thinking, you know what? Oh my gosh.
If you catch the leg sweep,
Half of the entire Liverpool midfield is injured, and then Henderson just gets, like at first he wasn't even selected. He just recovers from his injury, and then they call him up immediately.
Yeah, but here's my argument. This is why I'm supporting the Nations League, because there's a repercussion. If you lose a match, unlike with a friendly, there's repercussions to it, right?
Yeah.
Because then you get put in a
So
more difficult
there's
group.
accountability.
You get put in a more difficult group to qualify for the World Cup. That's what it's based on. Imagine if the same thing was done here in Africa, where now Zambia was playing Mali yesterday, and there's repercussions. Then maybe we wouldn't have fumbled as much, and maybe would have been more serious with getting a better coach.
Maybe. Well,
I mean, it's from A to Z. I'm not going to blame the coach for not showing up, but it is our fault for getting this guy, appointing him, because we know we can't one, afford him. Two, we probably could have gotten someone locally that is
Okay.
better. So it's a ripple effect.
But also, there's a point to be had about local coaches. We look at Senegal; they had local coach. There's something about local coach which speaks the team, which is one, the language.
yeah.
The language is very key. The reason Jose is a very successful coach wherever he goes in Europe is because he speaks 5 languages,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Communicating with the players is very key.
Yeah.
The reason Nigeria were very successful with the late Kechi was because he could speak the language. Language is very key.
That's a very powerful.
Speaking of
observation.
which, this World Cup is going to have the most trainers from their own country.
Yes,
100%.
coaching their national
Coaching their own
teams.
national
Yeah,
teams.
Shout out Hever not taking the Foxes.
yeah, and
Yeah,
Louis
well-
van Gaal taking over.
The Dutch,
The Dutch.
Louis.
So-
but Louis is. I'm sorry to say, Louis' record. I mean,
Track record.
when we were under the Boer,
Yeah.
look how poorly we were playing.
Yeah,
Louis
no, Van
comes
Gaal
in.
is a beast. I think.
Yeah.
It's a shame it didn't work out for him
All I'm saying is
at Manchester United.
so
I think he
speaking
didn't get
to your
the
point,
budget he was supposed to.
Speaking to your point, all I'm saying is we're very good local coaches.
Yes.
We have Chicken George. no, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. All the coaches need is a bit of guidance and the same resources they're called the foreign coaches.
I think in Zambia we just need to be less political.
Do you think since we're back on a local coach, do
Yes.
you think after I'm pretty sure Asanovic is going to throw in his
Towel.
his resignation or termination letter or whatever it is. Do you think we're going to get a local coach instead?
You
think
never
we
know
should.
with FAZ.
Yeah, okay. With FAZ, you don't know.
It's.
Anyway, it's
could
done.
be-
I hope so. I hope so.
I'm rooting for local.
So
coach.
let's also wrap up on the Premier League. Arsenal to win it.
I'm
what are your
gonna put-
predictions?
As an Arsenal fan, I'm still fairly optimistic, but I'm scared to
I'm
say
gonna
that
put
we'll
some
come.
stacks on us.
I will say that we are serious contenders.
Okay, Flint.
I'm gonna put money on Arsenal, man.
I'm-
I'd rather Arsenal win the league than Man City. That's just a fact. I'd rather.
I second that. I don't think they'll win, but I really do hope they could pull up a Houdini and surprise all of us. I will be very happy because I know Liverpool for damn sure they're not going to even
Now we're going to a cycle
be in
right
the
now.
top two this season.
We're going
But
to a
I would
cycle.
rather Arsenal win it than Manchester City because they are our direct rivals right now. So unfortunately, we have to leave it there. But let us know who you think is going to
Win the Premier League.
Premier League this season. I know.
What's next on the?
On our agenda, the next thing I think we should maybe just wrap up because of time is the love triangle. There's a love triangle, guys, between Usyk, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua. Okay, so we all know that Usyk beat Anthony Joshua, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
And then, out of nowhere, Tyson Fury sends an invitation to Anthony Joshua for a bout on the 3rd, I think. Is it the 3rd of December?
Don't do it, Joshua. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think.
And then his staff said they accepted the terms, but Tyson Fury says he took too long to respond and he feels Anthony Joshua is scared. And then Usyk comes up and says, "But wait, I'm the one who's supposed to fight you since I beat Anthony Joshua."
Don't do it, Joshua. Don't do it.
You
It's
know what?
very interesting.
I think Tyson Fury really was just feeling sorry for Anthony Joshua and did this so that he can help him since they're fellow Britons. That's my personal opinion.
Or okay, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, if you're watching this, Anthony, don't do it. He's gonna knock you out. Look, let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. As we speak now, Joshua is just not in fighting condition. He's not there.
Yeah.
He's just not there as a fighter. He's a great athlete. Well and good, but right now, he's just not in that frame of mind. Whatever it is that's going on in his life, he's not ready.
Maybe he's too comfortable. But anyway,
With what though? With no belt?
With his life.
Okay, yeah, true. This could be said as
Look, when he
yeah.
first started out, he was in the ghetto. His mom was raising him as a single parent. There was a lot of anger,
Strife.
something to prove.
Yeah.
And now he's
got the big
won
crib.
his bouts. He's got the crib.
He's got the car.
And I'll always say is a lot of his success is manufactured.
Yeah.
He is the poster boy
for
of
British boxing.
British boxing.
Got it.
My
And then here comes Tyson Fury, the Cinderella man. From the working class man. He's just like, you know what? I'm fighting for my life. Everything is on the line.
yeah.
No one's got my back. Great. No one's rooting for me. Great. But I'm a be a beast.
Yeah, Tyson Fury has managed to stay the underdog in everything. That's what keeps him exciting.
On top of everyone as well.
Yes. And then Usyk to complete the triangle.
Yeah.
he also has a lot of fury in him because his country is in tatters right now.
Yeah, the whole Ukrainian thing.
So he's also fighting to prove something.
And he has twice.
Yeah.
But now he wants to do
You
it
think
with
there'll be a third
Tyson
one?
Fury.
You think there'll be a third one?
I think so. Between Anthony Joshua and Usyk, no.
think
I
we're gonna
think
have,
I think
The
with
Fury
the way
and
things
Manila
are,
Rumble in the
with-
jungle and
maybe, but I personally feel Tyson Fury is doing this because there's a lot of clout going on with Anthony Joshua, and he wants to get some of that clout, some of that attention
don't
to
blame
him.
him.
That's what I
and he's
think,
gonna win too.
and that's why he wants this bout to go ahead. Although
doesn't need it. That's
he
my
doesn't
point.
need it, but dude, why do you think?
By the way, okay, go on.
Why do you think Mayweather?
Fort Logan Paul.
Exactly, and now.
Well, Mayweather now wants to fight Conor again.
McGregor again because of the same clout. Clout comes
And
with
Conor is like, hell
money.
no.
Exactly.
Conor said, hell no.
Exactly.
Ain't gonna happen, bro.
So, but anyway, let's see
But
what happens.
Conor is
These
doing
are all
it
charity
as a
fights for
businessman.
money.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Conor, to be honest. Conor, anyway.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap it up.
Before
but
we wrap it up,
yeah.
you still wanted to say something about the
MMA.
Right. So all I was going to say is the Zambia Mixed Martial Arts Association, which is also known as the MMA, is now the vice president chair of the African Federation for Mixed Martial Arts. Make some noise for that. So
Fantastic news.
not only did the Zambian association win the overall award of the Association of the Year, we've now also become the vice president chair of Africa.
So what perks does that bring?
As far as perks, I'm not very sure, but all I know is we're going to see a lot more MMA action in Zambia. We're going to see more international fights. We're going to see a busier calendar and the sport growing. It's very good for the sport.
And watch this space because we'll be giving you updates for that week in, week out, as well as all the promotions that you can actually jump on, take advantage of.
Absolutely.
We'll be giving out free tickets on this podcast as well. So, guys, unfortunately, we have to wrap it up here. I want to say thank you so much. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Let people know about the podcast, Furious Finishes, with myself, Alkal, Kees, and the Buzzer.
And I
Yes.
think we'd clap to the fans too, man. Everyone who shows up. Everyone
Thank you.
who
Much
tunes
love.
in.
Big
We
up to
appreciate
Kamiza
you,
as well
love
if you're watching.
Yeah.
And Mohammed, my boy, I know you watched the other ones. I hope you're watching today. And guys, please, if there's anything you wish to tell us about how to improve, what we should talk
Yep.
about,
This is it.
On the comment section.
exactly.
All right. So,
Remember to like and subscribe.
catch us again next week at the same time, 10 hours every Saturday. This is Furious Finishes, and we're finished. We're out.
Peace.
Pow.